What do you know that authorities don't?
It's not what I know that authorities don't. It's what the authorities aren't telling people. And the first, I want to correct two things that were said last night. There's never been a grand jury. We would like to see a grand jury with a prosecutor that's unbiased. We also, she was shot in the frontal lobe and inside the hairline at a downward angle above the left eyebrow. So the coroner and the undertaker mortician pointed at where it was at, and it's way higher on the head than what you were pointing last night. It wasn't in the, it was in the scalp, according to the coroner's inquest documents. I read it again today. I want to make sure those two things are clarified first.
Was your daughter dealing with? You go ahead, Richie.
Richie Minton was not drunk enough to. At 2 a.m., he left the bar and drove two women home, and they said he drove perfectly all right. At their apartment, they said they never drank anything else in addition, and he stayed up till almost 4 o'clock texting people back and forth coherently. So he wasn't as drunk as he's claiming.
And was your daughter dealing with any stressors prior to this catastrophe?
A year prior to this, in January of 2011, Molly, actually it was, she found out in the fall of 2010 that she had a cancerous growth on her thyroid. And the majority of that journal was written when she found that out. She had an operation in January of 2011 and had that growth removed in Barnes Hospital in St. Louis. After that, she started improving in her mental state all the way up to this. And I talked to her counselor that was counseling her during that real time of grief, because she thought she had terminal cancer is what she started thinking in her head. So she's writing this, most of this journal was written during that time. And so her counselor says she was not suicidal all the way through the end of 2011.
And I understand you told my producer during your pre-interview that there was a really significant event that happened rather recently. Is that right?
I don't know what you're referring to exactly. Oh, you're talking about Richie Minton took her for an abortion?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, we think that happened 3 weeks. We didn't know about it until a month in the end of the case. We think Richie Minton took her for an abortion about 3 weeks prior to this, based on documents say she has.
Larry, hang on a second. I want to give some of my panelists a chance to talk to you. Crystal, you're shaking your head. Go ahead.
I mean, I just want to say that I know this is really hard, and I admire you for coming out and talking about this. I mean, I guess my question, Larry, is, do you think it sounds like Richie was planning to kill your daughter for you know, I would say a long period of time? I mean, and the abortion? Wow. And we know Violet, do you think that, I mean, Violet, her best friend, said that Richie told her she'd be better off killing herself. What do you think? That this was planned for a long time?
On March the 3rd of 2012, 3 weeks before this happened, Richie Minton posted a quote from the Son of Sam on his Tumblr page, and it's still on there, that says, "Drops of lead will pour down upon her head until she's dead."
Wow. Right. This is disturbing.
Larry, I'm going to actually talk to Violet. Crystal, Violet is up here next after Larry. And Larry, we appreciate you being here. We are going to continue to watch this case, and we hope that justice is served.
I want to clarify one other thing. Richie Minton has refused to cooperate with Illinois State Police since this began. He's never been interviewed. He's refused to be interviewed all the way up till now.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah, that's the part that really I find very troubling.
Yeah, me too.
Not only the lack of being interviewed, but this business of there being hours before the police had to go get a search warrant, all this business. Thank you, Larry.
And he coerced her there.